Hi guys, today I'm playing Soldner-X2 on my PS Vita. This is part of Shoot 'em Up month on my channel. So this month in February 2021, I'm playing lots of different shooters on the Vita and talking about them. And at the end of the month, I'll cap it off with a top 10 of my favorite shooters on the Vita. So like I said, today I'm playing Soldner-X2. This game came out a while ago. It's actually crossed by PS3, and when you buy the game, you get kind of the original sort of 7 stages of the game, and then there's some DLC to get kind of the final chapters, which is the last 3 levels, 8, 9, and 10 of the game. It's a really good shooter. You can see from the screen the graphics look great. There's lots to do. It's pretty challenging as well. It's really good. It's actually probably one of my favorite shooters on the Vita. Now, the way the game works is so you've got the initial 5 stages, which you will beat. So once you complete the level, you can then start from the next stage at any time. So for example, if you complete stage 3, then you'll unlock stage 4, and then even if you die on stage 4, you can start again from that level. So you will complete stages 1 to 5, for sure, because you'll just kind of be able to start again from stage 5 if you die, and you'll have all your 2 continues, and you will basically complete it. To unlock stages 6 and 7 is a little bit trickier, because to unlock stage 6, you need to get the secret keys, and so you need to get secret keys in, I believe it was 3 of the levels from memory, to unlock stage 6. But then for stage 7, you need to get secret keys for all the 6 preceding levels, which is really hard. So each level has got 4 or 5 secret keys. They say they've got 4, but they've actually kind of there's a hidden one on the levels, because on one of the levels I actually managed to get 5 secret keys. So I'm not sure how that happened or kind of where. I think it was kind of almost by accident that I managed to get that last secret key on the first stage. But it's really tricky trying to find and get all the secret keys. So on this level, for example, stage 4, I know where the 4 secret keys are. I think I've got 2 out of 3 so far in this run. So the secret keys are kind of the yellow circles that you would see. There's lots of different pickups in the game, and so if you see a yellow one, that's a secret key. And so I know where the where the 4th one is, but I always miss it. So, and I'll show you soon. But there's a lot I love about this game. All these different pickups are really good as well, because it gives you something to kind of aim for. And you'll see there'll be some enemies which are kind of flashing yellow, and those are enemies that have the pickups. So you want to kind of aim for those. And you can see at the top left corner, there's obviously health, and I just died there. You've got health, you've got power, so that's kind of how strong your gun is. You've also got kind of special attacks as well. So there's lots of different kind of thing collectibles you want to grab as you're playing. So actually, if you look at the bottom right-hand corner, you can see chain, and so if I fill this whole gauge up, I will be able to unlock. You see, there was a yellow icon there. You may have just missed it, but that was the one I always miss. The secret key I always miss on this level because I'm going quite fast. So when you fill up the chain gauge at the bottom, you get access to another kind of special attack that you can unleash on enemies. Each level's got one final boss, and there's always a mid-boss. You may have seen where there was kind of that large enemy on the screen. That's one of the mid-bosses. And so this enemy here, you can see is flashing yellow. He's got an icon. He's got a pickup available for him. So he's got a health one. Green is health. So grab that. But when you see the yellow enemies, those are the ones you really want to target, because they're going to give you something useful. The bosses are actually quite varied, so each level is probably around 10 minutes to complete on average, and the bosses are probably a good like 4 or 5 minutes. You've got different guns as well. I realize I'm just showing you one gun, but there's different weapons you've got too. And so, to be honest, I normally just stick to the spreader gun. I find that kind of the most useful for me. But this green one here is actually pretty powerful too when it's used. And so you need to wait for enemies to kind of reveal their weak spots to be able to actually do damage on them. So as I said, there's 7 levels in the main game, and you've also got another 3 levels in the DLC, which I think it was the last. I'm going to make a mistake. You know what? Let me just look on my phone very quickly, which I just dropped on the floor. I had the page open, so it was the last chapter. So that's the DLC, which you can grab to add those last few levels. I mean, it says it kind of finishes off the story of the game, but there is a story here, but I wasn't that fussed about it, to be honest. It didn't grab me at all. And for a game like this, a shoot 'em up, I don't think you need a story, to be honest. It's more about the gameplay and how fun it is. But the fact that you've got it, this is a tricky game. But they give you a really generous amount of health, so you will kind of last for a lot of the level. And it just means that you will complete the game. It just, you may take longer or find it a little bit more difficult than someone else who's able to get through all the levels without taking too much damage. But no, guys, this is a great game, and there is a lot of reasons to kind of replay levels. There's a lot of replayability in this game, not just from these secret keys, but also when you finish the levels, there's also these challenges that get unlocked. So I'll show you guys some of the challenges as well. In fact, I'll end this boss fight, and I'll show you some of the other screens as well. So when you buy the DLC, you unlock levels 8, 9, 10, and the final boss on level 10, he's actually really challenging. I thought he was actually a really, really good fight. So when I fought him, and I had kind of a full on my first go where I had quite a few credits still left, he managed to take me out. I couldn't beat him the first time, but when I started it again, I knew a bit more and had more chance against him, just because I knew what I was doing and used the full credits and managed to beat him. But it was fairly tricky to fight, and there was a good level of kind of challenge and variety to that boss fight too. So when you finish when you meet certain requirements on the main game, you unlock these challenge levels. And so each of these challenge levels, there's different things you need to do, and there's loads of them. You can see here, I've finished most of the game, and I've not unlocked hardly any of these challenges. And so some of the cool things that you get from them, you can see for the first one is to get 1 extra credit, which is very useful. So it means instead of having 3 credits, which is what I've got now when I have played the main game, you could get 4 credits, and there's even more. So this one here, Evasion Master, gives you 5 extra credits. But let's jump into one of these challenges. I've not been able to complete it. You start the game with 2 ships available to play, and there's a third one to unlock, which again I have not been able to unlock it. Finding these secret keys has been a challenge for me. I haven't looked up any guide or anything like that, but I feel like I should, just because it's like I'm just not able to find them in some of the levels. So this is the other ship, so it's got slightly different weapons, but for the most part it's fairly similar. I love the graphics in this game, and also the kind of sense of speed. So this is the first level, so it's not kind of moving too fast, but where the background you saw in level 4 is really kind of rushing by. That's I really love that. I realized I started this challenge and didn't actually properly look at what I need to actually do. I think I have to complete I believe I have to complete it, the first 3 levels, without losing any credits, losing any lives, sorry. So each credit gives you 3 lives, and this challenge was basically to finish 3 levels without losing any lives, which I found pretty tricky. I have not been able to do this yet, and I'm not sure I'm really going to do it now, but definitely worth a try. These power orbs, the ones that P, the kind of orange P orbs, those are really, really useful because those power orbs last you for the other levels as well. And so the more power you have, the more chance you have of taking down enemies quicker, which is always useful. Soundtrack for this game is decent. I'm quite happy with that. I think the one thing that I would have liked to see more in this game is just a bit more like sound, or kind of a bit more sort of audio or visual feedback when, say, you pick up one of these tokens. So there is a little sound sometimes, but it seems to get drowned out by the rest of the game. I feel like there's almost too much story in this game as well. There's audio dialogue, and I just kind of like think I don't really need that, so it just felt a little bit wasted. But I really think a bit more emphasis on the sound effects, just to let you know you've actually made the pickup and collected something, would be useful. But other than that, I think it's a brilliant game. Really, really fun. I love the kind of the varied graphics as well of the different stages. I've really enjoyed it, actually. So this is when I do my top 10. I am pretty sure this will appear there, and probably fairly high up as well. Oh, that's not very good. So I'm not sure. I'm not doing particularly well, guys, on this challenge to get through the level without losing any lives. But let's see. There's a health pickup coming up anyway, which will return nearly all my health. So that will definitely make things easier. So this is just the first level. So this challenge is literally having you play through the first 3 levels of the game. This was a physical release, I believe it was I was going to say East Asia Soft, or was it Limited Run Games? I know there's a physical of this. I've got the physical, but I can't actually remember which one. I believe it was East Asia Soft because they published this game years and years and years ago. This asteroid minefield is pretty dangerous, just because it takes the number of bullets it takes to destroy each one. These coins that I'm collecting, that's what fills up that chain gauge, and so when you fill it up, that's when you get to use a special attack. So I haven't been able to fill it up. It's you only get to use it basically once per level. There's not enough coins for you to realistically get 2 chain gauge uses out of it. So it is kind of a once per level, and it is worth kind of saving it almost for if you're in real trouble, or if you can't, or when you get to the boss. And I believe I'm nearly at the boss for this level. And that's kind of the mid-level boss here. So the final boss of each level does have a health gauge at the top, but you can tell it's a mid-level boss because there's no health gauge. And I'm in quite a lot of trouble when it comes to my health right now, but if I kill this guy, I will get a health pickup. And I didn't. I died. Let me show you guys one more level, and then I'll shut this recording down. But guys, let me know in the comments, have you played Soldner-X 2? I think it's a really good game. It is definitely kind of one of the best shooters on the Vita. Every time you start, it always connects to the PlayStation Network, so you've got online leaderboards as well, which is always good as well. It just kind of gives you a bit more challenge and something else to look out for when it comes to playing the game. So let's see. Let me show you guys another level. I won't show you the last level. I figure you should save that for if you do get to play it. Let me show you stage 5. So I will use this this ship again, which I quite like. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this particular ship and the spreader gun. It does a decent amount of damage and covers a lot of the screen, especially when you're kind of standing right at the back. So this is always a useful gun for me anyway, I find. Get those last few pickups, and when you start a level like level 5 or something, or level 4, you get like a whole load of power pickups as well to kind of start you going. So you can see here, this yellow icon, that's one of the secret keys that I talked about. So to unlock level 7, which I haven't been able to do yet, I need to get all the secret keys in all 6 of the preceding levels, which is really hard. I just have no idea where some of them are. I think even on this level 5 I've managed to get like 2 or 3, so I haven't been able to get all 4. So that's oh, here's another one. So that's not easy at all to get all of them. And I think I'm not overly worried about lives, just because when you start like from level 5, like I've done now, I've got so many continues, enough credits basically, that I will finish a level. And the main aim sometimes is just to be able to play through the level, unlock the next level. And so it's not, which is quite good. So you're not too worried about lives. Even if you're like me and you're pretty rubbish at these games, then you will still manage to make progress and get through the game. I love the sense of speed, like I said, guys, from the background kind of moving. It doesn't, I think realistically it doesn't actually affect the game. because the enemies are kind of moving, fairly slowly, or moving kind of up and down the screen, as you can see. So the background is there. It more just kind of gives you that sense of speed rather than actually sort of impacting the speed of the game. But I quite like it. It just kind of gives a bit more variety to this compared to some other shooters. Now let's see, I think I'm pretty near the mid-boss, and I haven't found 2 of those keys. So I may have missed them already as well. Like I said, it's really hard to find them, or at least, like I said, I find it really hard to find them. Some of you guys may have found it really easy. What I want to do is also, when I get to that mid-boss, I'm going to use one of my special attacks, since I haven't shown you one of those yet. And I'll use that for the mid-boss rather than the final boss. This is on the PS4 as well, guys, but the Vita version is cross-buy with the PS3 version of the game. I don't believe it's cross-buy with the PS4 version. Hopefully none of those enemies just now had the that last key. So this, I believe, is the... Oh no, it's not the mid-level boss yet. I really actually appreciate the amount of health you're given in this game, because it just means you can actually play longer, that you're not gonna just kind of have that instant kill, which is what you have in some shooters. It's actually quite nice having that, and you've got that similar in Hebroxia too as well, which I just like that. It's like you're not just gonna, the game isn't just gonna end really quickly if you make a mistake. And you can kind of just run into enemies a little bit if you're if you need to just kind of jump in and try and kill someone. Alright, so this is the mid-level boss. Oh, and because I lost that life, I lost my my special attack. Ah, that's annoying. I wanted to show you guys what that was like. I'll still be able to take him down, but I think I've completely missed 2 of the secret keys on this level. Don't know where they are. Maybe you guys, you spotted them and I didn't. But that's fine. I think I would definitely won't be able to get past this, get all the keys on this level. On this attempt, at least. See, that's useful. I got the health pickup, and that's useful because I'm about to get to the end boss as well. Here we go. So let's see, I can't remember which one this is. Oh, okay, it's this robot guy. The end bosses, they weren't too tricky. I did always kind of lose, maybe health or something on them, but they were never impossible. At least they were all kind of manageable. Good. Well, look, guys, that is Soldner-X 2. Hope you enjoyed that kind of look at this really good 2D shooter on the Vita. Like I said, February is Shoot 'em Up month on my channel, so I will be having lots of videos of different shooters on the Vita. So go check out some of the other videos I've already posted, and let me know in the comments what are your favorite shooters on the system. Guys, thanks for watching.